Philosophy is odious and obscure. Both law and physics are for petty wits. Divinity is basest of the three, unpleasant, harsh, contemptible, and vile. 'Tis magic, magic that hath ravished me. Welcome, Seekers. We are Vorpal Tales, and we perform terrifying tales and awesome adventures every day of the week. Most days, twice a day. If it's the mysteries of the dark and macabre that are your obsession, on Sundays we play Unknown Armies and Vampire the Masquerade. On Mondays we play They Came from Beyond the Grave. On Thursdays we play Alien the RPG Acid and Ice. On Fridays we play No Time for Reality, our Contagion Chronicle, followed by Ravenloft. And then finally on Saturdays, Simba Room on the Free League Twitch channel, followed by Werewolf the Apocalypse back on our channel. If it's the adventurous and fantastic that feeds your hubris, on Tuesdays we are playing Exalted Essence in support of the new Kickstarter on the Onyx Path Publishing Twitch channel in about 4 hours. And on Wednesdays, we're playing Fallout 2D20 Radioactive Summers. There are endless archives of occult secrets and lost knowledge at our website, vorpaltales.com, where you can see our complete calendar, get recaps of past shows, and links to all the awesome things, including our YouTube archives, social media, Discord, Patreon, and Ko-Fi. Be sure to click follow on Twitch, and then plunder our YouTube archives for the Secrets of Atlantis at youtube.com/c/vorpaltales. Be sure to subscribe and hit the bell while you visit, so you can be alerted of new legacies to join. Thanks to Astral Tabletop for our virtual gaming space, at Nate Mid for our Astral Cut character sheets for Mage the Awakening, and to Ghost Stories Incorporated, Me, You, and Darren Curtis Music for helping grace everyone's ears with awesome tunes. Awakened seekers and practitioners of the forbidden art, tell us who you are in the name of the character that will be your imago for this terrifying tale.
Mare. You can find me all over the internet as Oh Hello Mare on Twitch and Twitter. And tonight I will be playing Andromeda, our Obrimos Magisterium mage.
Hey everyone, my name is Alan. You can find me on the internet as the Eldritch Keeper. And today I will be playing Ezra, whose shadow name is Paimon. He is a Mastigos of the Silver Ladder.
And it appears Twitch failed us. So Ever, Rachel, and Key, redo your intros, please. No one heard you.
Oh, no. All right.
Apparently it kicked in with Meredith.
Oh, no. Yes. As said before, my name is Rachel. I'm Stolen Fires pretty much everywhere on the internet. And tonight, this afternoon, I will be playing the Acanthus Con Woman, Angelique. Hey everybody, I'm Ever. My pronouns are they, them, and you can find me all over the internet as Changeling Ever. This afternoon / tonight, I will be playing Jack, also known as Chimera, whose pronouns are he, him, and he is a Thyrsus mage.
Hola, soy Kisama. You can find me on Twitter at TrueKisama, and today I will be playing the world's worst guardian of the Veil, Detective Juve.
Excellent. And I am Tyler, Eldritch Echoes Online. And I will be their story guide, story devil, I don't know. Remains to be seen. Ever, if you would please, regale everyone with the recap of last week's session.
Why, certainly. Juve wakes up in a room full of searing white light and equally searing agony across his body. Even sitting up is an ordeal. He's in the hospital after that explosion. Feeling around for a button to call the nurse, he hits his morphine drip. Angelique wakes up in a similar situation. She's not under arrest, so that's good. Taking some time to do an inventory of her physical condition, she realizes she can't actually sense anything below the waist. Chimera also wakes up to agony and a broken collarbone. Sitting up, he looks out of the window and sees he's at least still in Boston. He extends his magical senses to look for his friends, but can't find anyone. Not yet. There's a lot of commotion going on outside, however. Probably related to the fact that a coffee shop in the middle of downtown Boston exploded. Limping out, he sees utter chaos in the hallway. Using his mage senses, he picks up on 7 other supernatural creatures within the building, including the 4 mages he met yesterday. Also, there's a ton of spirits around. Chimera enlists one of them to go contact the other mages. He's very firmly but politely guided back to his room by a nurse. Fortunately, the ghost follows and offers to play messenger in return for a favor. The ghost, a mob victim, is gobsmacked by what Chimera reveals to him about the world. But it goes on the errands and finds where Angelique and Juve are convalescing, and where Andromeda is in the ICU. We cut to Paimon, waking up in darkness and dust. He's been buried by rubble. Despite that, he seems to be in the best shape out of any of us. The firefighters pull him out of the rubble and put him on a stretcher. But he's in relatively good condition, so they leave him be for now. Paimon slips away and heads for St. Jude's, the closest hospital. On arrival, he starts wandering through the hospital and comes across Chimera. They discuss a bit before deciding to go looking for the other mages from the cafe. The ghost demands pancakes in exchange for its aid before leading them to Angelique's room. Reading her chart, the other mages realize Angelique is paralyzed. In part spurred on by Angelique's gambler's nimbus, they decide to risk a healing ritual. Chimera summons magical thorns which sink into her flesh. She's not paralyzed, but it hurts a hell of a lot. She slams the morphine button while Juve summons Ghost. He gets lucky enough to summon the spirit we've since named Pancake. The ghost asks for a donut. No, wait, I'm sorry. Juve asks for a donut. That was my mistake. Not the recap. Sorry.
Because Dwayne's not here.
Oh, geez. I remember that. Sorry. One splattered bacon donut on the door later. It's a new unit of time. He receives a raspberry jelly donut. Our new ghost friend lets us know where Juve is, and we decide to go see him. Angelique mutters something about having to kill the cop if he knows too much, and is immediately ratted out by Pancake. After some door-based tug-of-war, we're in Juve's room and holding forth on our opinions of his vocation. Chimera uses more of his healing magic, since we're pretty sure Andromeda is dying in this hospital somewhere, and we're going to need all the power we can pull together. While Paimon uses his magic to hide us, Chimera, Juve, and Pancake make a deal to get access to the in-house pharmacy, which we promptly knock over, and then steal some donuts from the doctor's break room, and then go to Andromeda's room in the ICU. Juve quickly figures out that while Andromeda's body is still alive, her soul is wandering around. Juve strips down, preparing to enter Twilight to go find her. Twilight in a hospital is not a pleasant place at all. But he sustains enough focus to find where Andromeda is wandering around, ghost-stoned and very confused. He starts trying to lead Andromeda back to her body, and use of the word ghost clues her in that she is, well, not dead, but closer to dead than alive. Leading her close to her body, Andromeda is shocked at what she sees. She's reluctant to go back inside a broken mortal body, but Juve enacts a ritual to try and re-anchor her soul. It's risky, but he pulls it through. Andromeda wakes up screaming, while Juve remanifests in a closet with Paradox embedding sheets into his skin. Doctors and nurses rush into the room, while Chimera heals her from a distance. The doctors are astounded watching her wounds seal themselves closed. The rest of us back out slowly from the room before Paimon's spell wears off. We reconvene in a patient waiting room, where Paimon uses some of his magic to read Angelique. He sees her greatest desire, to knock over a casino and retire to live easy in the Mediterranean. But we don't have time to talk about that because Juve sees a squad of Task Force Valkyrie operatives come through the hospital wing. Paimon knows who they are. Government-funded high-tech hunters. Angelique, working quickly, casts a quick fate spell to redirect them away from Andromeda's room. He deflects some of them, but one does overcome the casting to get to her room. Unfortunately, Angelique's paradox unleashes a wave of nausea affecting everyone in the room. The operative confirms Angelique's identity, despite her attempts to deceive him. He brings out something that looks like a plasmic energy scanner and begins using it on her. She tries to flick the scanner away, but doesn't succeed. Juve tries to send him into the ghost realm temporarily, but using magic around hunters generates, a lot of paradox. The spell works, despite some seeping ooze coming from the clocks. But it works, and the two of them bolt from the hospital room. Juve opens another portal behind himself, but that's how the Valkyrie operative makes it back into the material world. He tackles Juve, and they both go out the nearest hospital window. About now is when we just take off. We meet up with Juve back on the ground in the middle of a trashed car. We start running away, tagged by a light grenade that drains our mana. Not having anywhere else in mind to go, we end up at Chimera's house, realizing we only have a few hours before Task Force Valkyrie finds us.
Excellent. Thank you very much. When the scene opens, you're all going to be crammed in to the back of an Uber Deluxe, because that's what you had to call to get an SUV that would fit you all, arguing over where it is you need to drive to or what you're going to do, now that you've collected a meager amount of rations and fresh clothes from Angelique's family.
Well, they've probably tagged us. Or they've been watching us. Shit.
So we need to lay low.
Yup, and I don't know anybody on this coast.
Well, I could reach out to the Silver Ladder to see if they can point to a cabal that could temporarily offer hospitality so we can lay low there.
I'm with the Magisterium. We could also ask them as well, depending between enough of us. Anybody else a part of an order?
I just met them a couple weeks ago.
Well, I mean, I've got connections, but you guys might have to get cool about some things real fast.
What sort of things?
What do you mean?
Well, it's a little niche, you know. Just the Church of the Horned God. It's fine.
All right, no problem.
But I mean, I may have questions, but okay.
Yeah.
Also, I've got family in Salem as well, so.
Right. That's
This
nice.
checks out.
So Paimon's going to try to reach someone from the Silver Ladder, since I have 1 point of status in it.
Okay. The phone rings 13 times before the answering machine picks up. It's by design. It's a very elegant voicemail. Unnecessarily so. It is just a voicemail. What do you say?
This is Paimon, and I am looking for a local cabal in my area.
Click. Paimon, get
just
the fuck
keep-
over here. Shit's going down. Click.
All right. Do I know where to go?
You do know where it is, yes.
So I talk to the Uber driver and I say to the Uber driver to go to XYZ address.
Is there any way any of us can hear the words "shit's going down"?
So,
Well,
in an SUV...
My cell,
In an SUV, how loud were they screaming that into the phone?
yeah, my cell phone's always on max volume, so same
Oh.
thing here.
Oh,
So then, depends. Which seat are you in, Paimon? There's 2 in the middle, 2 in the back, and 1 in the passenger seat. In the driver's side passenger, in the passenger side seat in the front.
Angelique called shotgun.
Okay?
Then I'll be behind Angelique's seat.
Then yeah,
I'll be
everybody hears it.
great.
So, like,
Think-
when they say shit's going down and they hang up, and I go like, all right, everybody heard that, I suppose.
Yeah. So, anyone want to take guesses as to what kind of shit is going down?
It
I
could
mean-
be multiple things.
What kind of shit typically goes down with the silver ladder? I'm curious, Paimon.
A lot.
Okay.
Most anything. I mean, a lot of silver ladders are lictors, so basically we're like lawyers for the magical world. So a lot of things can happen. I don't know.
Well,
Considering the fact that Task Force Valkyrie showed up at the hospital, who knows?
See, that's really my question here. Do you
So-
think they're calling you in for paperwork or grenades?
while they're
Neither.
having this conversation, I'm doing my best to convince the Uber driver that we are all in different bands, preparing for a battle of the bands.
Yeah.
And grenades is slang for turning your amps up to 11, and the silver ladder is totally like a new wave shoegaze band.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Gonna steal from Steve here. The Uber driver turns to you, Angelique, and looks at you in Boston and says, like a Bostonian, I don't give a fuck what you're talking about. I'm trying to listen to the game. Cranks the radio. And then drives in Boston.
Beautiful.
Also acceptable.
Yep.
They just throw everybody in the backseat a look.
Uh-huh. Wow.
Is he like driving relatively like at a good speed, or is he like taking his time?
So when I say drive in Boston, I don't mean in the city. He's driving like a Bostonian.
I have no idea what that means.
Don't know what that means.
Oh,
Aggressively and like an asshole.
Pure
Yeah.
chaos.
All right, that's fine.
Perfect.
Need to get there fast, so
All right.
Like New York,
I-
but politer.
Ruder.
I would like to cast a spell to get us there a little quicker.
So, to answer your question, Andromeda, a New Yorker would just be like, hey, get out the fuck of the way. Get the fuck out the way. Where a Bostonian would be like, hey, if you can't get the fuck out the way, let me come help you, goddammit.
Okay.
They're politely rude.
Politely move. Here, allow me to assist you.
Here, let me change that tire for you before you fuck it up. I'm gonna break that shit. Get out of the way.
Perfect.
That's Boston.
Also, the roads in Boston are just like literal black magic.
It is not a rectangle.
Like most of the roads, like used to be cow paths.
Oh, so it's just kind of shaped the way a cow would have gone.
Yeah,
Great.
and like a peasant who really didn't care how long it took to get to where he was going.
Who needs urban planning when you're just trying to survive cholera, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And if you were driving, you'd have no idea where you are right now. Like, didn't we just
Right.
pass that building? Yeah, from the other side. Shut up.
All right, so I guess we're on our way to the silver ladder where shit's going down. Or
apparently.
Juve, what would you like to do with your magic?
yeah.
Green light, red light. So every time we get to a crosswalk or to a stop sign, stoplight, or anything like that, everything's perfectly timed to get us there quicker.
Love it.
Sweet.
Okay. That's a rope for you, yes?
That is a praxis.
Okay. Rack it and roll it.
Yep. And with the amount of reach I need, I think I'm good. But there is the driver. So would I still be rolling
He
a
is
little bit of
asleep.
paradox?
But only at the lowest possible level of humans present.
Alrighty. Casting it with concentration. Yep. Yep. Cool. Okay. Just a die of paradox. Great. That's a nat 1 there. And
You regain a point of
casting
willpower if you lost any.
Woo. And casting it with concentration with 1 success.
Excellent. You hit all of the green lights. And then after the third green light, you actually get behind a cop who turns their siren on for a completely unrelated reason and hits the gas. And doesn't care what you're doing behind him. He takes a hard right turn, a street before you're going to turn, and then you actually turn out of the city proper and onto a country road. That takes you... by country road, I mean it's still paved. It's just not the highway or a Boston city street anymore. Which you stay on for like an hour. Maybe 45 minutes the way this guy's driving. And then he almost misses the turn, but a bird, a very large, bright white bird, conveniently lands on this tiny little easy-to-miss street sign right when you're about to pass it, so that he notices and hits the turn. This is a winding dirt road that goes for about a quarter of a mile before you come to a massive set of wrought iron gates. You get out, you pay the man, and this is where we left off last week, standing in front of the gates looking at each other.
Do I know where I am? Is
This is it, yeah.
okay.
The Silver Ladder maintains an isolated manner because no paradox.
All right,
It's,
so there's an intercom from the gates.
It's somewhere between a manor and a mansion, so it's like a bed and breakfast. It's got like 10 rooms. Plus, 10 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, and all the other assorted things. And a very large property. 30 acres.
Intercom.
Nothing happens, but you notice the gate's not actually locked like normal.
Oh.
Still latched close, but the electronic lock clearly isn't working because it's swinging in the wind a little bit against the latch. Normally it's a magnetic electrified lock. That was phrased incorrectly. It's a magnetic lock that requires power.
All right, so I just push the gate open, and I'm like, well, this isn't normal. All right, let's make our way to the mansion.
Okay.
Keep your eyes open, though.
Who comes through last?
I think it would be Juve.
You close the gate behind you, Juve?
It's not going to do much by this point. No, Juve doesn't close the gate behind him. It's not locked.
It swings shut behind you with a bang, which may or may not make you jump a little. That's up to you. And when you instinctively spin around to look, something weird. Everything beyond the immediate radius of the gate is in complete darkness. And that's when you all realize when you step through the gate, it changed to nighttime, like instantly, just like 5-second twilight to darkness. And all the lights along the pathway on the left and right are on, and all the lights on the manor are on. The lights are also on a tower off to the side on the property. However, you can see all of that, but you can't see outside the radius of the gate. It's just black.
Do we
Is
just
that normal for like
No.
this? All right,
Can
so
I
that's never happened
improvise?
before.
Sorry. Can I improvise a time spell to figure out when we are
Sure.
with time 1? Yeah.
Roll it.
Yeah. Okay.
You can make the primary factor. Does it let you pick
There's
scale?
potency and duration.
Yeah. Potency. But you're going to want to do the advanced scale chart if you want to get the whole property. The scale is going to be...
Oh shoot! I don't. Oh, I can't. I don't have mana. It's not one of my ruling arcanum.
Oh, nope. Not for you. You can go back out there and see what's going on.
You could temporarily scour your body to take in mana.
I could scour mine.
So if you like take a point of attribute down, whether it's strength, dex, or stamina, you get 3 mana back. But that's down for 24 hours. Or you could take a point of lethal damage resisted for 3 mana as well. If you have a legacy, you could technically oblate to get mana back as well. If you can find a way to use your legacy.
I'm just gonna oblate my dexterity a bit.
Okay.
So now I'm doing time 1 spell, quick casting, standard potency and duration, all that
Now here's the catch.
at high speed.
If you want to get all of the property, you're going to need a large factory or a city block on the advanced scale.
Mhm.
If you don't want the whole thing, you can do less, as you determine.
All right. So in theory, where Juve is standing would be at the same point in time where everyone else is standing, assuming the whole area is affected with the same effect.
Say that one more time.
So, okay, yeah. I don't need to detect the whole place to detect what's happening in a small section of the place. It's like,
Correct. So if you just want to lower the area, that's fine too.
just small area, figure out what's going on within like arm's reach of Juve. That should figure out
Are you
what's
literally
going on.
standing right up on the gate still?
Oh yeah, by the gate. Just put
Okay.
a hand on it. Yeah. Yep. And yeah. Here we go. Yeah. Rolling 4 dice. And 2 successes.
The area in a hemisphere behind you, which includes all of your new friends, it's 10 p.m. You turn and look at the gate. It's in flux state. You look beyond the gate, there is no time. That's all you get with arm's reach. And then you turn back and look at your friends again, and it's still 10 p.m. Even though it should be like 10:04 p.m. 10:00:04. Because time sense would tell you the seconds changing, but they haven't. It's forever 10 p.m.
Yeah, we're stuck in 10 p.m.
Thanks for the follow, Mr. Servo.
God damn it.
What? Are you saying we're stuck in time?
We're stuck in time.
You
Yeah.
could still try to go back out and see what happens. Or you could ignore it and head in.
I will look to Paimon. Is this normal for you people?
No, this is not a normal occurrence. I go back to the gate and I just open without going through, just open, see what happens.
It opens. Part of it disappears into the blackness, but it opens.
All right, so I close the gate.
It closes. It's not like
All right.
melted or acid burned or anything. It's still a normal gate.
All
Yeah,
right,
there's
so it would
nothing
be-
out there.
So it seems that not only are we possibly stuck in time, but also, I think, space. All right. I suggest that we head for the mansion. Anybody has a different suggestion?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. Would I be able to also cast like supernal vision to see if we're a part of, well, I mean, if I could go ahead and cast supernal vision, get this.
That would be very probably helpful.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, as the prime mage here, I'm gonna try my best. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm gonna do it very well, maybe.
As Andromeda mentions that, do we see anything with peripheral mage sight?
Yeah.
You see that so when Juve told you there was no time in the blackness, you don't see that with peripheral mage sight. It's like normally, your peripheral mage sight works to the horizon. It's like the edge of the blackness is the horizon. It's like a drastically reduced horizon for you. But it's still there. There is something weird about it, though.
All right.
Which of you has space? Anybody?
I do.
You could
have
activate
one
full mage
space.
sight. Oh, you could both activate full mage sight.
Going into active, then.
If you both go active mage sight and stare deeply into the blackness, you can sort of kind of see through it in your mind's eye. And you see the back of Angelique and Chimera.
Wait.
And yourselves looking into the space from the back.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Which would tell the two of you, if you walk out there, you're just going to appear behind the group walking towards them.
Yeah, it's like a loop.
So we're stuck in a loop. Okay.
You're stuck inside.
All right. I'm trying
gate,
to make sure that I do this. This is not a rote spell. It's not a praxis.
Then how much do you have in prime?
3.
Means you got.
I have 3. This is a 1 spell. An unveiling.
Means you have 3 reaches.
Okay. All right, I'm just double checking. I'm still on the first page. I'm sorry. This is only the second cast I've ever done in Mage the Awake. I'm so excited. All right. It's not resisted. Do I need to spend a willpower? I don't need to, right?
You don't need to, no. It just gives you more dice.
Okay. All right. Right. This has so many things. The reach, that would be with the advanced, correct?
Yep.
All right. And I get 3 reaches.
Yep.
So I can't go to 4 though. So 3 doesn't give me any extra dice.
Well, you could go to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, but over 3, it's going to start giving you paradox dice.
All right.
I'll just do to 3. All right. Advanced. It's quick casting. I'm so sorry. Duration 1 turn. Range. We want this to be further out, right?
Scale would be how you go further out. Range only matters if you have to touch your target.
Okay. All right.
If you want to sense a wide area,
scale. Gotcha. So this you said would be like just kind of within, I guess, would that be like within a small room? Because we're like
your
looking out
immediate area, yes.
Yeah, for a small room. Okay, thank you.
Well, actually, if you want to save points, the subject is yourself.
Oh, the subject is myself.
You're turning supernal vision on yourself. So it's actually yourself. You don't need to put any reach within.
Okay, great. And I don't need to do any extra reach with that. Reach of spell effect 0, right? I'm sorry.
Right. That's only if like you want a cool side effect and I tell you to add that. Correct.
I don't need a cool side effect. All right. Add my intros. I have my crystals and such on me. So that would be my path tools.
Yes.
And then I also have, what was the other thing that we usually have?
So that's the part that
oh, because I don't have a rope. I don't have a rope. It's not my rope.
No, but you still get 2 yantras. The second one will change often depending on circumstances. In this case, only you and other mages you can use high speech without any side effects.
Oh, okay. Then I would like to. Yeah, I'll use high speech. All right, just go with that. Okay. Am I a nerd to this? What does that mean?
Nope, not yet. That means you use it so often it doesn't hurt you anymore. anymore.
There are no sleeper witnesses, none of
Nope.
that. Okay, cool. Yay. Great. I do not require a paradox roll. Yay. 8 for my dice pool. I'm gonna roll this. Hallelujah. We made it, guys. I did it. I did it. Just me. No one's help because I'm a genius and I'm perfect. So right, I'm gonna roll this. All right, so that is 2 successes. One of those is a 10.
So, go ahead, Alan.
If you got a 10, reroll.
Yeah.
Oh, 10 reroll. That's right. That's right. That's
Everything's
right.
10 again. So.
Gotcha. Sorry. Yep. And that's another success. So that's 3 successes.
Excellent. The prime is stable here, except for in one spot. But you can't sense it because it's outside of the range you cast. Somewhere on the property, though, is a moving ball of unstable prime energy.
Yep. So,
And you can see that has a
Red.
spatial connection to something outside of the property. But you can't see what that is either. Because you also
Alright.
have space.
But I do have space, so
Right.
but
That's
I
what
can
lets
sense that part.
You're right. That's what lets you sense there is a connection, but it's far outside. It's very many miles away.
Okay. So yeah, after Andromeda casts and goes through with this, she's basically like, there's some sort of primal force here, and it's connected to something on the outside. Something's, I would relay most of what I just learned there. It's not good, especially given that we just interacted with angels and demons and all sorts of other primey-wimey things.
The detective would scoff and just shake his head like, way to go, detective. You found out the magical thing was magical.
Yeah, but it's also further in there, the place that we were planning on trying to walk inside of. Are we sure
All
we
right.
want?
Well, I'm tired of waiting, so
Wait.
and Angelique will just walk up to the door.
All right. Have fun. Walks up behind, but not happy about it.
Okay. You walk all the way up to the door. You notice when you get there with peripheral mage sight that this house is warded 50 ways from Tuesday. And the windows are open and you can see light spilling out, but you can't see anything inside. It's like looking into heavy fog. This is all Paimon. This is all normal. This part. You can
Paimon,
actually see the runes glowing with mage sight carved around the door.
Paimon, is it gonna eat me if I try and knock?
It shouldn't.
Is there like a knocker or doorbell?
The manor house itself is completely restored to the era New England style manor from the Victorian era. Yeah, so yeah, there is a very elaborate metal knocker in the shape of something hideous.
So as Angelique says that to me, I just look at her and I take them out and I. Have I been eaten? No.
You have not been eaten, no.
Nope. Nope. Not an eating. Nope. I'm fine. Do we get an answer?
30 seconds pass with no answer. You could wait longer. It's a big house.
I try to open the door.
All of the runes in peripheral mage sight, you see all of the runes glow cherry red. But then, you see energy discharge from around where his hand is pushing, and 3 of the runes turn green and the door swings open.
All right. Passcode accepted. So I open the door.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies first.
Or guinea pigs? Fine, but you owe me.
All right.
Angelique will step forward.
You ever been really distracted when you're trying to walk into a store with one of those glass doors and you walk right into it? That's what it feels like.
Ow! Okay, you did that on purpose.
No,
You
so
did that on purpose.
all right. Put a foot through the door and see what happens.
Nothing to you. You put your foot on the floor
Oh.
inside.
All right, all right.
Well, age
I
before
grab her.
beauty.
I grab her by the hand and try to, like, have her pass through with me.
You remember as you step inside with your foot, like the house is reminding you, you have to invite them as a member,
Oh,
like vampires.
oh, all right. I turn around. Everybody, I offer hospitality in the house to everyone. Please come in.
All the runes turn green.
Huh. Smart home.
Kind of. Rubbing her nose.
Sorry about that. I forgot about it. It was not intentional.
It's
Chimera,
afraid you're
at
going to
this
raid it
moment-
for its cash.
Starting with Chimera, at this moment, what exactly do you think about Paimon?
Noob.
Distrust slightly, because he just looks like a Richie Rich Pants type person. But then again, I just met all of these mages, so there is distrust with all of them.
Andromeda?
Yeah.
Same question.
Oh. Noob.
Juve?
Noober.
He's a crook, but
So am I, so who cares? Is that what you're saying?
right. He's a crook, but like, so am I. He helped me out earlier. It's fine.
And Angelique?
I'm pretty sure he was deliberately fucking with me, but like not in a mean way, just in a like I'm bored and gonna see if I can trick you kind of way. So, no hard feelings. I'll just get him back later.
So, Angelique and Juve, you step inside perfectly normal, like nothing's wrong. Chimera and Andromeda, however, for the next scene, you critically fail on 2s as well as 1s.
What do you mean?
Subconscious hostility towards the host. The house has wards.
I laughed at him. I thought it was funny that he made a boo-boo, and it's really funny when people who seem hoity-toity fall over. Everyone laughs when people fall over and make a boo-boo.
Andromeda unsuccessfully argues with the house.
Am I being penalized for having feels?
Yes.
Yes.
By the house.
Apparently. Dumb house.
Here, have a penalty on the house.
Thanks, I hate it here.
I mean, I like how I was explicitly like, I am going to get him back for that later, and the house is like, yeah, fine, he deserved it.
And I close the door behind them once they're all.
Okay.
And
The
Anybody
foyer,
home?
the foyer, and the entire manor are still kept up in the Victorian style, except all of the appliances and electronics are modern. But yeah, antique furniture, marble floor, vault ceilings. It feels rich in here, and everything is in perfect condition.
Andromeda starts humming Tale as Old as Time under her breath.
You can smell the lemon from the polish. But yet still that undertone of really old wood. You hear voices deeper in the house. They seem like they're having a fierce debate, and then they stop after you yell, and you hear the sound of somebody running towards you. And the foyer has wings that go left and right deeper into the house. The epic spiral staircase. By spiral, I mean it goes around both ways to a foyer and then up again to another foyer. Yeah. And then underneath the stairs, giant double doors which come flying open, and someone you recognize is another acolyte level. Wait, you're not an acolyte. You have a die, don't you? Yeah, that'd make you an acolyte, not a neophyte. So another acolyte comes running out and says, Paimon, oh my god! And just starts, talking in a wall of noise.
All right.
And he's trying to drag you into the room. Completely ignores these other people.
All right. So follow him in. Come. And I like gesture to everyone. Like, let's go.
Oh my God, Vincent, it's so horrible. I can't believe it. He was supposed to ascend next to Deacon, and oh my God, it's horrible. You got to come check it out. It's the worst thing ever. What the hell is happening? That's just a wall of that. Vincent.
Okay, so he's an acolyte. I'm just going to let him babble until I see someone of higher rank.
So Vincent was your house's claviker that was next in line to become deacon because the old deacon was moving up to magister of the region.
Okay.
There were 3 other clavicers in line to become deacon, but he had the most claim to it and was assumed the vote would go to him.
All right.
Which would mean everyone moves up. It would open up famulus spots when the famulus become lictors, so this would have been good for you too. Regardless, though, you see the 3 other acolytes, including that guy, so there's 4 of you total. The 2 current famulus, the 2 current lictor, and all 3 of the clavicers are in the room. Or 2 of the 3 clavicers are in the room. And they're all just huddled together and talking quite loudly and anxiously about what they're going to do about the terrible thing that happened to Vincent.
So, what happened to Vincent?
And for the rest of you, this is a very large sitting room. It's just like couches in a rectangle around it. And a fireplace at the end, an old style, big ass fireplace. You can walk up to it and walk inside of it. But except that there's a fire going because it's fall. There's a whole stocked bar on one side and a whole stocked tea service on the other. And they see you, and they immediately all start babbling at once. And what you get out of the chaos is somebody killed Vincent. But they didn't just kill him. They did it in style. They took him. Hold on. Let me make sure I get that right. They took him and they tied his arms up to a metal bar hanging across the ceiling. He's hanging down from the bar, and on the left side, he's got an oaken staff that's been splintered and jammed through his side all the way into his innards, and on the right side, one of the ritual swords of the house jammed through the other side, spear style all the way into his innards. There is a cup set off to the left, off to the right, collecting his blood, which was some kind of spell caused the blood to all move and drain into the cup, and a pentacle to the left, and everyone, including you, Paimon, and probably also Chimera. What are your orders?
Thyrsis.
No, you might not then. What about Juve?
Juve is normally Guardian of the Veil and Mysterium with one of the masks.
Guardian of the Veil you'd recognize. And what was it, Andromeda?
Mysterium.
Yeah. All of you except Angelique and Chimera would recognize what's happening because they also dressed him in flowing white robes with a red sash across the shoulders and an ornate ring necklace and a weird metal half-moon crown. He was designed, and then from the head up, set on fire. It's a recreation of the Mage of the Awakening 2e tarot deck, specifically the Magician.
As I see that, does it ring a bell to that tarot card?
Absolutely.
Can I do an occult roll to see its meaning?
That's the card. I put it in Discord. Like that, but a dude. And yes, you could.
Cool. Oh, damn. All right, so let's take a look here. So, occult plus intelligence?
Intelligence, yep.
So, 6.
Good. I.
And
Wow.
possibly a important detail. Upside down. The whole tableau
Oh, really?
upside down.
All right, so I still have no successes.
I can.
And what I'd like to do is, like, for my character, I'd like to turn that failure into a critical failure to take a beat.
Okay.
So the information on that tarot card is just completely way off for me.
What you get is that's a symbolism of will and intelligence personified. The perfect analog for being awakened. Possibly a charlatan, though. It could be someone who uses their skills in a way that is misrepresenting the person.
All right. So how did that happen?
They have no idea.
Anybody has like any information on how that happened to him?
So, there was supposed to be a meeting here tomorrow. It's actually what you were. That was where your week was going before all of this nonsense. To do the vote to see who moves up to Clavigula in place of the guy who's ascending to Deacon. Or, I mean, to vote for Deacon to replace the guy ascending to Magister. And so a lot of the mages, because they're all from the surrounding area, not just the city proper, but all the suburbs and some of the country, they came early and they're staying at the house because this is also when you can meet up with your fellow magicians and trade information and do that sort of thing. That's why they're all here. That's why he was here.
Convocation.
It's a convocation, yeah, a small one.
So who found him?
Pietro, one of the other Clavigulas who was up for being deacon.
All right. And where did we find him? It happened in the mansion.
In his room.
Holy fuck. I look at like everyone here. Does anyone actually try to like peer through his past to see what actually happened using time?
Annette says yes. Annette is the resident highest ranking time mage in your house, not necessarily the group. And it was blocked by a force that they weren't able to pierce, even as a group ritual.
Wow, okay. Whoever did this is quite powerful.
And much like Sherlock Holmes, he was in his bedroom, locked from the inside, on the 4th floor.
Now, you tried time, but did you have any moros on this?
They all
Try
like
anything
tilt
with
their
death?
head. We aren't in the habit of recruiting moros.
Move out of my way. Detective Juve would like push past everyone to get closer to the body.
Oh, he's on like
To cast
he's
forensic
3
gaze.
stories above you in the bedroom. Apparently, they're all in
Oh.
like the den.
Oh, he's over there. Okay, Detective Juve is like, he starts pushing people aside and then realizes, oh, he's not here. Hey, where is he? Can you go?
With that whole supernal like visiony thing, can I tell like hot or cold? Are we getting closer to it? Is that primey-wimey stuff possibly maybe 3 floors above us in the den?
It is not. You could activate your active mage site in the house. You're not sure how the house would react to that, though. I want to ask first. It's up to you.
Just elbows Paimon, just like, hey, in the words of a wise philosopher, is this place gonna eat me if I turn on active mage site?
If the house thinks it's hostile, yes.
Oh, well,
If the house thinks, if the wards think the purpose is to reveal secrets of the house specifically.
No. Just
if
trying.
you're not, yeah, that's what like Paimon says. If you're not trying to reveal anything, if you're not trying to reveal any of the mysteries of the house, you should be fine. Other than that, it might fry your brain.
Good. Fair. Okay. Just curious.
All right. So
since
who's the
they're all
highest
here-
ranking member here?
Since they're all here, I'll list them out for you in order of rank. Pietro, Vincent, and
Is that Dietro?
Pietro, like Peter,
Oh, Pietro.
but Russian. Or he's actually Ukrainian, sorry. Pietro is tall, well-built, handsome, curly black hair, piercing gray eyes, smart
How
guy.
you doing?
Has a Ukrainian accent, even though he's not from there. His family are he's second generation immigrant. Vincent is your super typical British asshole, but still most likely to take the title next because of his skill and how long he's been doing what he's doing, and everyone seems to like him. Like people like British assholes.
What's his
Weird.
title?
Huh?
What's his rank?
Both of these are Clavigulas.
Okay.
He's the dead guy.
Yeah.
And then the other Clavigula is Annette. And Annette is Jessica Rabbit made human. Also a certified genius. 2 doctorates. Those are the Clavigulas.
Who's the third? Sorry.
Pietro, Vincent, and Annette. Vincent's
Annette.
dead. Under them are the 2 lictors, the first of which is Aiden. Aiden is about 5'6" and has long brunette hair, very straight, probably down to about mid-chest length. Very pretty blue eyes. Goes by they, can't really tell gender. That's how Aiden likes it. Definitely European stock, probably Northern European. And then the other lictor is Roxanne. And Roxanne is straight up Boston native. Born and raised in the city, on the rough side of the city, but very magically talented. Very svelte, very athletic, likes to run. African American descent. And then after that, you file down in rank to the Famulus, of which there's also 2. I think I mixed one of these up. Hold on. Got the people in the wrong spot. Okay, the first Famulus is Amory. Amory is also very curious, very whip smart, deeper delver of secrets, 2 doctorates also. Avery's the kind of person who skipped like 4 years of high school and middle school combined. Amory is brunette, very svelte, very thin and athletic. Seems to be a trend in your Silver Ladder Concilium. And also transgender person. Very tall, over 6 feet. With the spike heels, very, very tall and imposing. Which everyone's dressed up right now because they were going to have dinner when all this was discovered. And then Bill is the last one. Bill is also super Boston born and raised. Different suburb though. Like oh my goodness. Can't think of his name. Matt Damon. As if played by Matt Damon in almost every way. And then last but not least, there are a total of 4 acolytes, of which you are one. One has not arrived yet, and the other 2 are here. And those are Randolph and Carter.
Randolph and Carl.
Carter.
One more time.
Carter, like Agent Carter.
Oh, okay. Carter. All right, perfect. All right, so I will go to Pietro or Annette, since they're the highest ranking right now. And I will, so Pietro, Annette, a moment, please.
Oh, Paimon, yes. It's probably good you're
What do you
here.
mean?
Who the devil are all
Yeah.
these people?
Well, the people who were at the cafe when we were attacked by angels or whatever.
You were
Angelique.
what?
Yeah, that big ass explosion that happened downtown. We were in the middle of it. They just popped out of nowhere.
No. Back up. You were attacked
right.
by what?
Well,
Angels, demons. They were.
angels. Yeah, whatever.
While Paimon is discussing this with his supervisor, Angelique has noticed the open bar and is going to avail herself of the nicest bourbon she can find.
So,
Time
Annette,
for a drink.
Annette forces Paimon to clarify for a second. Looks at Chimera and Andromeda and Juve's like, yeah, hi, nice to meet you, but then you go to sweep past her. And she stops and says, oh, who is this delectable dish, Paimon? Grabs your hand, Angelique, and gives it an elegant kiss.
Hello, Angelique. Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you, too. You seem very long, languorous, look up and down. Charming.
What did she say?
Charming.
Oh,
Clearly she's flirting with you.
yeah, Angelique was not prepared to be flirted with right now, so she's a little flustered. Thank you for letting us into your house. It's beautiful.
Of course. And then Annette completely forgets Paimon is there and small talks you to the bar and makes your drink for you. Angelique.
Of course. Of course.
Okay, I'll once I realize like, oh, I'm being flirted with, she'll like start warming up because you said this is Annette.
Yeah. This is
It's like
Jessica
Jessica
Rabbit
Rabbit.
incarnate, yeah.
I'm down.
Paimon, you know that if Annette sees something Annette wants, it's all Annette will care about. So this is not unusual to you. Coworker got murdered, that doesn't matter.
So then I'm pretty sure I'm having a talk with Pietro then.
Andromeda wants to throw a singular wink at Pietro, just because.
What is that? Teen drama?
What does Andromeda look like again?
Like kind of dark hair that's kind of wrapped up, very like celestial cottagecore vibes.
Hip, modern hippie. That's right.
Yeah, star hippie. Thank you. Like starseed life. It's what we do.
How tall is Andromeda?
Like, probably like 5'6", 5'7".
I'm checking the notes on Pietro. Yeah. He looks at you and he dismisses you for a second, and then he figures out what you're doing, and like it's the realization. It's not as obvious. Oh, yeah. How you doing?
How you doing? That's like
I'm waiting
essentially
for-
what she.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Paimon to react to that.
I'm waiting for Paimon.
Paimon keeps trying to talk to his leaders, and it's just flirt.
They're just flirting.
Hello, Pietro.
How tall
Dead
is the silver
Vincent.
ladder?
Hello.
Nobody liked him anyways.
It doesn't matter. He's
Isn't
dead.
that what you people here call too soon?
Right. So might we have a go at the room?
Have a go.
Like we have a morose mage here who could possibly see what the hell happened. But
He does
can't.
seem kind of morose. Oh, you mean right. Sorry. Yeah,
He
come on.
sees dead people.
Yeah.
I too can see dead people, but you know, it's fine.
Hey,
What?
it's like 3 of it. I
It's
saw a
true.
bunch of dead people.
It's really easy to see dead people. They just lay there and don't move.
Yeah, I know. Same. Yeah. Maybe we can get an answer from this one.
Annette laughs at that joke, Angelique, and it's authentic because Annette is also a smartass. Uh,
Okay, I like her.
so Annette and Angelique are left at the bar, and the rest of you, I assume, tromp up the stairs.
Juve mutters something about how no one respects the dead as he goes on up. Not like solemnly, but just like, no respect for the dead. Everybody just looks at dead people now. Everyone's favorite
I do not.
pastime.
I do
Do
not
I
want
have-
to see a gruesome murder scene, which is why I'm staying down here where the view is much nicer.
Do I have enough occult at 3 to know what a sin eater is?
Do you what?
Do I have enough with 3 of occult to know what a sin eater is?
Sin Eater? Yeah. 3 would be
So I
enough.
turn to Juve, and when he says like no one respects the dead, and I'm like, well, we're not sin eaters, we're mages.
What?
Sin eaters, dead people that made a pact with a geist and then they came back to life. No, all right, never mind.
Andromeda has that moment of knowing that she was once dead and then kind of just got brought back to life, and she's like,
You don't
No,
remember
you're
making
a
any
mage, you're a
deals
mage,
except
you're
with
not
you.
listen, I was ghost high. I don't know what happened, right? It was just on me. It just happened.
So when we
Yeah, I
arrive
just
at
realized
Keeper-
you ghosted us.
Maybe I am a geist.
So you head up the stairs with Pietro. We'll give Andromeda a shot here. Make a wits roll, Andromeda, plus subterfuge.
Wits and you want to give me something else? They're not just wits.
Empathy.
Wits. You want to give me something else?
Those are the only 2 that would help you here.
Uh,
If you
Can
have no dots in either of those, this would be an interesting roll.
all right, it's just wits because I'm clever and I
So
don't
it's
need
actually-
any help.
Wits -1 if you don't have any dots in the skill.
Okay, I guess. Fine. So that's gonna be a wits 2. She's pretty, not smart, guys. Okay. That's oh wait, no, wait. That's a what was the thing about a number 2? Is there a bad thing about a number 2?
For you, yes.
Is there for me? Yeah.
Oh no!
Is there a bad thing? Wait, I got a boost. Can I re-roll with my boost?
You can roll 3 more dice in addition and see if you can get rid of the 2 by
Okay,
getting at least
we're
1
gonna-
success.
Roll 3 more dice. Okay. I got a 6. No, wait, no, I have no successes. Never mind. I forgot. This is not. Yeah. Okay.
Critical
You
failure.
miss
Take a beat.
100. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
That's
Wayne
correct.
Gretzky, Michael Scott.
That's
Okay.
correct. And you get a beat.
And I get a beat.
So, what your brain was trying to tell you was he likes to be a rescuer, so if you pretend to trip on the stairs, he'll catch you and it'll make him like you more. Instead, what your brain says, I should try to trip him. So you do! And he stumbles into Juve, who actually falls down 3 steps, right on his ass bone. You don't take any damage, Juve, but it hurts like hell.
I was going to say
Paimon-
maybe I catch him and there's a tender moment.
Oh my gosh. I
uh,
will go down with this ship.
not quite that level, no. That's a good one. I'll remember that next time. However, Pietro did not notice that Andromeda tripped him, but you did, Juve. You saw exactly what was supposed to happen there and why, and now you're probably annoyed. It's up to you, though.
They're all crooks. They're all terrible people. I swear to God. Juve tries to get up.
And now
Like-
Pietro is so embarrassed. He's too embarrassed to flirt with Andromeda. Because he thinks he tripped on his own.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm good. It's because it's been a long day. Saw a dead guy. You know how it is.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm fine. Thanks for asking.
Nothing to worry about here. I just these stairs, old house, it's slippy. It do be like that sometimes.
Okay.
Right.
You make your way to the 3rd floor. And into one of the many bedrooms where, yep, guy is in fact upside down the mage card, with all of his juices leaking into that cup, which has long ago overflowed.
That's a body, all right.
All right.
You're
Mr.
a good
Juve,
detective, Juve.
do your
All right.
thing. Do your thing. Do your morose mumbo jumbo.
It's my expert opinion. This man is dead. Yeah, Juve
Way to
heads
go,
over. He keeps
detective.
cracking these jokes of just like, yeah, he's been at least dead for 12 seconds at least. Keeps cracking these jokes as he casts the spell Forensic Gaze.
It's clear that Pietro is amused, but trying not to act like it, because that would be in bad taste.
So what Juve does is, between little phrases of high speech, makes these jokes as a half rote. It's just something he uses to keep himself company when he's not talking to a ghost to do the spell. He takes out a cigar, lights it as a sacrament. His tobacco is very close to the dead. How you get there. Don't smoke, kids.
Valid.
Yeah. Gonna give it advanced casting time, advanced potency, because I bet there's something to withstand here, and an extra reach to see the murder. 5 withstand.
So, quick interjection. Advanced potency is only good to protect your spell from
Or
disbelief.
to try and get through withstand if something's been cast
Yeah,
to
but
hide.
it won't turn into a +2 though. That only works for protecting your spell from being counterspelled. So the advanced potency only works for if I don't want my spell to be dispelled, I will put advanced potency into it. So you get 2 out of each -2 you get. But it doesn't give you +2, +2, +2 for actual potency. So that means you'd have to pump to potency 6 to pass through his withstand of 5, which is gross.
Yeah, with advanced potency, it's a -2 to withstand. At least that's what it says in the calculator.
Yeah, but in the book, it's different. But whatever, how Tyler wants to run it, it's fine.
Sorry, I was looking at a secret message. Let's find out. Hold on one second. See, this is the day when we need Drew, and he's not here.
Yeah.
So
Hold on a
potency. So you see, it says potency -2 on Mage may spend rage to gain advanced potency, which increases the spell's withstand ability against dispellation by +2. That is page 113.
Yep, that is in fact how it works.
I'll be darned.
Yeah, would have
Which
been
means-
awesome to have
Which means in this case, it's probably wise to do willpower and a couple +2 yantras to cancel out that bonus, that penalty.
Hmm.
Doing
Yeah,
it
I'm
as a
spending a
ritual would help.
willpower.
And let it ride as a ritual if you want to avoid more reaches that you could use on other things.
Yeah, if you want, you can
If I
do
do it as a
with
ritual, if I do it as the ritual, I have Gnosis 1, so it's going to take 6 hours to get any bonuses.
It's true.
Oh.
Take
Yeah,
the
I'll spend a
paradox,
willpower.
baby. Okay. Do high speech and do something else. You've got it +2.
High
Check
speech
your legacy.
Sacrament.
Okay.
So it's a +1.
Does your sacrament need you to roll dice?
Hmm?
What's the sacrament?
The cigar gets destroyed in the process.
Oh, okay. So no, you don't need to roll for that. Okay.
Dice pool of 4.
It's not terrible.
A 9, a 10, and a 7. So 2 successes.
Nice. You pour a lot of effort into it. Sweat actually breaks out on your forehead. One of the jokes you're trying to deliver gets messed up and no one understands. Must be a detective inside joke. But you're able to push through whatever the barrier is. And what does the spell do exactly that you're trying to accomplish?
I learn how a subject died and witness the final moments of their life.
I gotta look at the card. Hold on. Where are you? I know you're here. There it is. Okay. Okay. So the person doing it, or entity, you can't really tell. It's entirely cowled, and there's something weird about the cowl. Like when you look at it through the death sight, it's like the ends of the robe are tattered, and the tatters are actually moving of their own accord, as if they were tentacular, but not not tentacles, but they move like that, like they have a will of their own. And the being doesn't seem to be quite touching the ground, and is entirely wreathed in shadow, besides being in a cloak. So, and in the last moments, the work is already done, so you don't see the person or entity touching him. But you do see him like convulsing and thrashing around, probably because his life's blood is leaking out. And you can see the supernatural effect of all of the blood like stopping right before it hits the ground in an impossible way. And then the entity or person puts the cup underneath to catch the blood. And then you see the spirit try to escape the body, but get pulled inside the robes of the entity. And it doesn't actually leave Earth or the house. And then the entity inspects the body for a moment before the vision fades, because the sight fades, but you're guessing to ensure it looks the way they wanted it to look. Give me wits plus did I close it? Of course I closed it. Oh, there it is. Okay, good. Give me wits plus composure.
Oh, yeah. That is 2 successes.
The window is not open. There's no secret ceiling or floor or wall hatches to indicate a hidden compartment was used. The door is in fact shut. You did not see the entity enter or exit. So none of that's useful. But you did see some of the convulsion and quivering wasn't just death throes. He was trying desperately to reach one of his fingers to the floor and make a marking on the floor, in the copious amounts of blood covering his hand because he's upside down. The cup was set on top of the marking, possibly not on purpose. Cup has one of those hollow bases. It might still be there, like a rounded dome base.
All right. So Juve is going to considering casting without a trace first so I don't contaminate the crime scene, but just going to move the chalice. Move the cup.
You pick it up, and there's a ring-shaped blood smear, obviously. But inside the ring-shaped blood sphere, you can make out an X and a V.
An X and a what?
V, like victory.
Have you found something?
Yeah, you wrote something down.
Make an
I go
occult
take a
roll,
look.
Paimon plus wits, not intelligence.
All right. So occult plus wits. 5 dices.
Real quick, the figure, would I have recognized it in any way, shape, or form as a guardian of the veil?
Not at all. Definitely not. Because that has an aura, this did not.
3 successes.
XV. That's tarot card number. That's the devil.
15. All right. So that represents, if I'm not mistaken, might represent the devil from the tarot.
Hail Satan.
Which you're smart enough to realize is probably not literal.
Yeah.
The devil card is, you got 3 successes, so I'll just read it to you. It's the tempter, the slave master, and perhaps bringer of enlightenment, but most likely through pain and suffering or servitude or bondage of some kind. Also, power intelligence applied to selfish ends. Reversed, it would be the breaking of chains, the breaking of slavery, or subservience, or servitude. But it could also be unbridled chaos when reversed.
Mystery solved. It's the Seers of the Throne. We figured it out, guys.
That's what I was thinking.
Figured it out. Case solved.
It also has other meanings, though, like in magical societies, the devil is representative of things.
Would
No,
that
it
be
usually-
something any of us could roll as a chance to
You're
find any other
Mysterium, right?
connection? I am Mysterium.
Yeah, you can roll occult plus intelligence, and so could you as a member of the Mysterium. You can
Okay.
pool your successes.
Would there also, and then this is just me asking after I do this roll, I have a Gregory where I would be able to connect with any of the other Mysterium has a hive mind apparently.
That, I'll just give you that for free. There aren't any here.
All right, cool, gotcha. All right.
Including Juve is
That's
not
correct.
part of the hive mind.
That was, yes, Juve is not, doesn't work that way for you. That's weird.
Squinty eyes. Sus eyes Juve. I have 1 success. So yeah, that was, I'm making sure I did that right.
2 successes.
Brilliant.
You're not Mysterium, are you ever? No. Yeah, okay. We gave you a special one, the church one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, my legacy is the Keepers of the Covenant.
Yep.
So I don't know if that helps.
Not in this case. This is a thing the Mysterium would specifically know, because even Paimon wouldn't as an acolyte, but you know that higher ranking rituals of the Silver Ladder, the Mysterium knows everyone's secrets, involve a ritualistic form of most of what's done magically, has a ceremony to it. Open and close the circle, call the watchtowers, whatever your paradigm is. But specifically to the Silver Ladder, they like to do the representation of the angel and the devil. Each person represents the role and dresses the part in the ceremony. Devil is the breaker of change, and the angel is the bringer of peace, but then also they're reversed. The enslaver for the angel, and the enlightenment through pain for the devil. And it's just part of ritualistically acknowledging understanding and the price one must pay. The point being, somebody plays the part of the devil in all of those rituals, and it's usually the same person.
Do your friends know who last played the part of the devil in your hoodoo over here, Paimon?
I could check what. What bothers me the most is that in order for him to be killed in his own room, I mean, the house won't just let anyone come
Who set the wards for the house?
in. That's what I need to check. But the thing is that it's possible that the killer is still here.
Yeah.
The killer could be in this very room.
The only
Pietro
other member is
gasps.
Pietro, right?
Yeah. Like looks at Pietro.
Everybody turns to him.
Andromeda looks at Pietro. And just, how dare?
Pietro,
Yeah,
who has the most to gain from Vincent's death?
me and Annette. 'Cause that means we're gonna be Deacon next. One of us.
All right.
Yeah, he's in the clear.
The fact that outside of the mansion, space and time has been screwed up. Is it your doing or any of the claviculasts doing, or is that like something outside of our control?
I can't do anything that cool.
All
And
right, so
Annette.
Not that I know of.
Who was this fancy time woman downstairs?
That's Annette.
Isn't it? Oh, yeah.
all right. We need to think about this.
He says, it's usually Roxanne and Annette playing the angel and the devil.
Roxanne and Annette. All right.
Okay, but who's the angel and who's the devil?
They trade sometimes, but Annette's mostly
Yeah.
the devil.
Interchangeable.
And Annette has the game. And I know it's not you because you were just blatant about it. And Juve starts to leave the room and head towards where he would have seen Annette last with Angelique.
Okay.
I suggest to Pedro that maybe the other two acolytes that are there might like want to take care of the body respectfully.
Acolytes look at you like, yeah, you do it.
I can't. I'm investigating.
Yeah, I gotta wash
yeah.
dishes or something. I don't know.
You got any ghosts? Probably.
Juve
Not
turns
in this
around in
house,
the doorway and just says, I could make it take care of itself.
Please God, no, says Pietro.
I kind of want to see that, actually.
And then Andromeda's like, ooh, could I try?
No, maybe.
Hmm?
No.
And that's when you hear screaming from downstairs. And lots of yelling.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
And you all upstairs hear, oh my God, she's dead.
What?
I
Running
bet
down-
it's Annette.
Oh, why does this keep happening? You guys go look. I already know.
And that's where we'll pause for our mid-show break so we can move on to
Oh,
Angelique
no.
flirting before someone else dies.
Aw.
So don't go anywhere, audience. We'll be back in 5 or 10 minutes. And we're back. And there's screaming happening. But first, we're going to jump back in time a few minutes. Hold on 1 second. I think there was something I forgot to remember to look up. Yes, that's it. You're sitting at the bar, Angelique, flirting with the hot redhead, enjoying the cherry whiskey fizz she made for both of you. So the scene is yours.
Uh, yeah. So, I think Angelique would just start asking, like, so what you do around here?
Oh, you know, pretty much run the place. Lots of rituals. Defending the world against supervillains. Maybe you.
Oh, I'm not a supervillain.
We'll see. We'll have to thoroughly vet you.
Bet me for what?
Whatever I can find.
Fair. What kind of process?
She actually leans in to whisper the process to you, and then someone yells at you to her from the kitchen. She says, "I'll be right back." Clearly annoyed. And heads into the kitchen. What do you do while you're left standing there awkwardly with a handful of people you've never met before?
As I'm standing with what?
Standing there awkwardly with a handful of people you've never met before. All your friends went upstairs that you barely know, so these people you actually don't know are who was in the room with you.
Yeah. So Angelique is just gonna kind of like hold her drink, lean back against the bar, and just watch them for a little bit and try and figure them out, at least surface level that way. Not using mage side or anything, just basic like cold reading.
Yeah. Wits plus empathy and or subterfuge. Or not and.
Okay, my subterfuge is much better. That's 4. Okay. Click over to Astral. Type it in. That is 3 successes.
Okay. You can't see Annette or Aiden because those are the two that are in the kitchen. But you can see, because you got 3 successes and this is what you do, there is definitely something going on between Roxanne and Bill. They're hiding it real well. But the gentle brushes up against each other, the looks, they're a thing. They're just trying to hide it from everyone here. It's real subtle. Randolph very much looks like, I don't know why I'm here. They invited me to the club, but I don't know why. If you were watching the show last night, it's definitely Ever's character, 100%. Do you work here? Sort of, but not really. But sort of. Um, and then Randolph is very much trying to ingratiate himself with everyone.
Is that Randolph?
Yeah.
Okay, so the confused guy is trying to ingratiate himself?
Oh, I apologize. Carter's trying to ingratiate himself.
Okay.
Herself. Wow. Carter is trying to ingratiate herself with everyone.
All right, I'm gonna go. So I'm gonna pour like a random something something into a glass, just like vodka soda, probably. Uh, Bring it to Randolph. You look like you could use this.
Oh, hi. Thanks. Are you an acolyte too?
Um, Visiting.
Oh. Oh, you're friends with Paimon. I like Paimon. He's nice to me.
Yeah, I just met him. So, like, what's his deal?
I don't know.
I think you're muted.
Oh no, he just said real quietly, I don't know.
Oh, you new here?
No, I'm just really bad at figuring people out.
Oh,
I think
well,
Paimon's goal is to be British because he's very good at being British.
is he not actually British?
I think he is. You ever watch Doctor Who?
Yeah, but all those accents are fake.
No. You watch the old ones?
Oh, the old ones? Okay.
Like the ones the boomers watch? You know that one guy that was like in the military? I think he was a brigadier or something. Paimon's a lot like that guy.
Okay. Well, did you know the guy who died? I'm so sorry about that, by the way.
Not very much. He's kind of my boss, but you know, he's just my boss.
Yeah, good boss, bad boss.
He was an okay boss. He wasn't really
Alright,
mean
well-
to me. He was mean to a lot of other people, though.
Oh yeah, I'm still very new to this, my dude. Uh,
He
like,
starts listing off people and basically lists off everyone except himself and Paimon, and a few names you don't recognize.
so is this like lock in a closet, hit your bare feet with sticks?
No, this is. I'm gonna need you to stay afterwards and finish that TPX report today, and also, what is it you'd say you do here?
Okay. Yeah, that's why I'm a freelancer.
I wish I was a freelancer. And then you notice out of the corner of your eye, Roxanne and Bill disappear. Not magically, just slip away.
I'm gonna take pity on this guy and like slip him that information. I'm like, so how long have they been a thing?
Big wide eyes. They're a thing?
Yeah,
Wow.
bet you could use that somehow.
What do you mean? Genuine confusion. This kid's real naive.
Well, you know, the more things that you know, the better off you are.
Okay, I'm going to put it in a Google Doc. He pulls out his phone and puts it in a Google Doc.
There's only so much I can do. Just make sure, you know, keep your password safe. And I'll ask him about the other people if he's got time.
And that's when Annette reappears and snatches you away from the kid and finishes whispering into your ear the answer to your question, and then gestures off towards the side room.
Okay, which question?
When you asked, what's the process for thoroughly vetting you?
Oh, okay. Sure, I'll go with her.
You actually make it to the door and open the door when somebody from the kitchen screams, "Oh my God, she's dead! They're both dead!" And everyone rushes into that room. And that makes a, God damn it, I don't know which room I want to go into more face, but then decides to go check out the kitchen, kind of dragging you along.
I'm watching Annette because she was just in the kitchen.
Not a hint of guilt, more like, I don't want to deal with more dead people. I just want to go fuck this hot lady.
I will follow.
Okay. And that's when the rest of you come tearing down the stairs.
All right. So the first thing I'm going to do is going to take 6 seconds, but I'm going to cast a space spell.
Okay.
I'm going to be casting the outward and inward eye. And here we go. Three successes.
What does that one do?
So I'll read the spell out. So if all locations are 1, it must follow that all directions are 1 as well. While this spell is active, the subject can see and hear in all directions and from all points within her sensory range simultaneously. She can see what's happening behind her, on the far side of a door, or beneath her feet. She cannot perceive things further away than her normal perception might allow, nor can she see through darkness. In essence, it's as though everything happening around her were spread out on a flat plane, bereft of obstruction. This allows her to cast sensory range spells on subjects she might not ordinarily be able to perceive. The subject is also it's impossible to ambush or surprise, barring exceptional camouflage or a tremendous distraction to draw her attention. All such attempts reduced to a chance die. Finally, the subject may reduce any penalty due to range, cover, or concealment, but not darkness by the spell's potency. So basically, I can see everything that's happening in the house up to what my normal perception would allow. So hearing, sight, and all that.
It works exactly the way you think it would, except only in this room. When the door
Does
is
that
open,
surprise me that I can't see beyond the room?
No. Each room is individually warded. You would know that if you stepped into another room, it would kick in for that room. If someone propped a door open, it would probably extend to both.
All right. I still keep the spell up. It could be useful since I can
still does stuff in this room. Right.
All right, so let's head downstairs as quickly as possible. Chop.
I have just a question because I am dumb and new. So I have a praxis of magical wards, and then there's a prime spell called wards and signs. Am I able to do that on us to keep us from getting like curdetted?
It would make it harder to kill you, but not possible.
Okay. I've already died once this game, so I am big down with maybe doing that if that's not it. Like, I just don't want to do anything illogical because I'm still learning the mechanics here.
So wards and signs, it protects you.
Yeah.
Protects. Yeah. Could it be like the us?
Or just you can AoE it, definitely.
Okay, yeah. Would that be something I would do? And is there anything weird you have to do for it since it is a praxis for me?
Nope, that just means after you roll the spell, if you get at least 3 successes, it's critical.
Okay. Yeah, I would really like to try that real quick.
Which of your 2 primary spheres are you using?
Prime. I've got 3 in prime.
Plus, that's a more useful shield.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to do the thing. Okay. Sorry, I don't want to cut into too much time.
Mostly you're looking for duration on this one.
Duration. Okay, cool. It is praxis. Next. It's not, the house isn't going to resist me doing this to myself, right?
Do you ask that out loud?
Yeah. Can I ask that out loud?
No, Paimon. The house will not punish people for warding themselves.
Okay, cool. Great.
No, it won't punish you. It will not fry your brain.
Your house already hates me, and I'm okay with that because honestly, but okay, potency, that is just normal. Like, do I reach on that? Standard.
Potency won't really do anything here.
Potency won't do anything. Okay, that's fine. Standard. So duration, I kind of want to go.
As long as you think you can handle it without. You could also do concentration, but then if you get hit or anything super distracts you, you lose the spell.
So could I do that as one scene?
That's
Would
fine,
that be under advanced with that? Okay. Okay. I just want to make sure that I'm just like, already been dead once, would like to not be dead. So under scale, that is that
5
would just
people.
be like 5 people.
That'll get the whole party.
All right, so that would be the.
However, if you want to get Angelique too, you also need to change the range to sensory. Because you can see Angelique.
Oh.
You're not right next to her.
So with that, then requires an advanced range, a sympathy yantra, and a cost of 1 mana. Or I guess we wouldn't need time. I don't need to be with my pass up.
Right.
So
you
just
just you
advanced
just
sensory.
right.
Okay, right. I'll just do that. Okay. I just would like to not be dead twice in a game already. And in my yantras, gonna say some high speech. Gonna also do some stuff like my path tools with my crystals. Do 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 do. And I'm gonna click the
This
next
is all
button.
canon now. Andromeda's actually singing.
She's narrating her casting.
Honestly, she's kind of a freak, and she's just like rummaging around in like old like oracle style, like messing around with a handful of crystals and just mumbling to herself in it. She kind of sings it so that she can remember everything that needs to happen because it's easier to do. Yeah, okay. Do I require a paradox roll? That's trash. So wait, why do I require a paradox roll?
Too much
Should
reach.
I? Too much reach?
Probably did 2 more reaches than you had available.
What's your prime arcane?
3.
What's your gnosis?
My gnosis is 2. It says reach 5/2 at the bottom, so I don't know what I clicked wrong or if I changed it up. Is it probably because of the range and like the sensory stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. So dice pool 3 for paradox. Is that normal? Is that good? Is that bad?
That's pretty high, but not terrible. So you roll that first. And before
Okay.
we're not doing this, so we have to get in the habit. Before you roll your paradox pools for everyone, you got to tell me if you're going to absorb it or release it.
Oh,
Hurt
we have to do
yourself?
that first.
Yeah. Do you want to hurt the environment or yourself, and then you roll the
I'll
paradox dice?
hurt myself because I have a feeling that if I release it into this house is like gonna like, yeah, I'm not.
You've
feeling
chosen
like,
wisely.
yeah, we're not. Yeah, okay. So there's this. Before I tell you what's bad on a paradox roll,
You will.
is low bad?
High is bad. You don't want to succeed because you're not rolling paradox. The paradox is rolling. It's just your hand tossing the dice.
So I have a success on
So-
that. So it's a 10. That's why I asked.
It's a 10. Roll it again. It explodes.
You're great. That is a 2. Okay, so 1 success on paradox.
Okay.
Cool. I'm just trying not to die, and I'm doing apparently not a great job at doing this, but it's fine.
So, 1 success means roll your wisdom as a dice pool now, so it should be like 7 because none of you have lost any wisdom yet.
Great, I'll go ahead and roll that. I have 1 success on that.
So you take no damage from the paradox. Or, I mean, you successfully absorb the paradox and take 1 bashing damage.
Okay, that works. Cool. Now I can do the spell?
Yep, now you can roll the casting dice. And
Alright,
then
that's
you can
8.
roleplay the damage however you want, but the paradox actually hurts your body or your mind.
Mm-hmm. If for the paradox, it's just gonna sound like this like annoying chattering of like all of the things, like almost like a league of monkeys in her brain that's like really just like chattering and chirping, and she's just like, oh my god, for the love of God, shut up, just shut up. Oh my god, not.
I'm okay with
It's
that.
yeah, so the sound of chattering monkeys in her brain, and she starts talking to herself like the crazy hippie she is. But for my spell roll, I have 3 successes. 2 of those are 10, so I get to re-roll each of those 10s, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay, I'm getting better at this slightly. And then that's another success. So that is a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
And you said this was a praxis?
This is a praxis.
So that means you get a free reach because you critically succeeded, and usually I pick, and in this case I will automatically, at least that's for me anyways, I will add it to duration because that's what you were after. So instead of a scene, it'll last a day now. You have 2 ways. There are more than 2, but there are 2 primary ways to shield with Prime. You can suppress everyone's nimbuses so you don't experience each other's nimbuses, and you can also make it so that like humans would perceive you as a human, so would other supernaturals. You don't look like a mage anymore. Not really useful in this house. Or you can make it your dots in the Arcanum in withstand rating. If someone tries to cast a spell on you directly, They have 2 withstand against.
Okay. So I would like to do that one so that
Okay.
if anyone tries to go crazy and hit us with anything, then it's harder for them to hit us, correct? Is that my understanding?
Yeah. They have a
Sick.
higher chance of failing the spell.
Cool. Thank you for bearing with me with that. Okay. No deal.
Okay. The singing was definitely worth it.
Mm-hmm. It was worth it.
So, at that time, you all catch up to each other. And you all go bursting into the kitchen and through the kitchen into the dining room. And in the dining room, someone has killed Bill and Roxanne. Angelique, you would know they only disappeared like 4 minutes ago. That's some quick fucking work when you see the body. Because, in the theme of tarot cards, Billy and Roxanne are strung up like the Lover's card.
Someone's a time mage.
Detective Juve starts pushing people aside, like, make way, move, god damn it, move.
They do.
Goes over and casts Forensic Gaze on both of them with a bit more range. So I get
Roll
both
it.
visions at once. Ah, yeah. Okay.
So, I'm going to leave it up to the players' imaginations this time, but that's the card. And that's how they were displayed in a murdered fashion. Only they are physically fused together in that pose.
Physically fused
Ugh,
together.
like flesh crafted?
Yeah.
So that's
Ugh.
Almost like a Zemitsu, yeah.
Is there any withstand for this?
Yeah, same amount.
Oh.
It's the house resisting you. It's always going to be 5.
Ah, God. This house.
Turn it off, then turn it back on again.
I'd like to talk to the house.
It's right there.
Chimeras.
Yeah, but
Excuse me, sir. Poor madam.
in the sense
No.
of like
I mean, for your character, it's right there.
oh
The house does have a spirit, and you're standing inside of it.
oh
Oh.
okay, you guys, I'm gonna seem like I'm crazy, so just ignore me until I need you, and then don't ignore me, please.
Just like,
Juve
Juve
is
is
been there,
just
done
sitting
that.
there muttering to the bodies and just goes, yeah. Already ignoring you.
I'll make it easy for you in this case ever. Just spend a mana, and we'll activate it.
Okay, that sounds like a plan.
Juve, you got your dice up? Your dice pool up?
Yep.
We'll
That
do yours
is 2
first
successes.
and chimeras. No paradox?
No paradox.
Okay. Same floaty robed figure as before, except this time it's recent enough that you catch the whole scene. The person actually floats in. So, foyer is here. Then you walked under the stairs into the den. You go to the west wing, and that's where the kitchen was, and the dining room's back towards the front of the house. There's also back towards, and I can't see the camera, towards the front of the house. There's an exit out of the dining room into the pantry, which exits out to the side yard. They came through that.
To the pantry.
And conceivably from outside, potentially. Or they were already in the pantry. And surprisingly, time is not affected. But the speed of the entity is. The entity moves impossibly fast. Metagame as if using vampiric celerity. It's not what it is, but that's what it would look like.
Sort of a forces effect.
Could be forces, could be space, could be both.
Could be space. Could be both.
Could be the entity is actually a spirit, and this is a gnosis thing. This is a superpower. It's not time, because everything in the room continues to move normally, and so does the body. You suppose it is possible to contain the time spell entirely to the entity, but it doesn't feel like that to you.
I'm going to turn to Paimon and just ask, if I were to cast a spell on the house, how much of my brain would be fried?
Well, it depends on the house's reaction. I mean, what's the intention and the emotion behind the spell itself?
I'm going to do a bit of post-cognition in here. Maybe in the pantry.
If it's non-hostile, it shouldn't be a problem. Juve has gone dark.
Juve has gone dark. Oh no, lights went out. Juve is now murdered on the floor. Oh no.
Oh no.
He's dead,
With
Jim.
his own lead pipe.
With his own lead pipe, yeah. It's not harmful, but it's gonna be a bitch and a half, isn't it?
You're warded.
I'm warded.
While Juve contemplates that, I'll also tell you, the lovers didn't notice anything. They were making out on the table, getting ready to get freaky, and then they were dead. Like, they didn't hear or sense anything clearly as mages. Chimera! While Juve's trying to decide how bad he wants to hurt himself, you wanted to talk to the house.
Hey, Silver Lighthouse. Can I call you Silver?
The voice is basically how Chimera would imagine an Ent talking. Creaky wood. And, slow cadence. What?
People are getting murdered inside of you?
So, you all died
They're-
so fast.
Yes, but this is not normal death.
Nothing normal. 10 solid seconds. Happens here.
Valid? Do you have any idea who's killing your mages?
Yes.
Great. Who?
I can't tell you.
Why is that?
Magic.
Is there a way to help you be able to tell us?
Take the magic off.
Paimon,
Yes.
your house says to take the magic off of it, and it can
I
tell us who
like
killed
him.
him.
He doesn't
He's
track in mud.
All right.
valid.
Run that by me one more time, Chimera.
So your house. I'm talking to the spirit of your house.
Oh, okay. All right. That's interesting.
Everywhere has a spirit of place. Anyway. It can't tell us who killed the mages unless we lift magic off of it that's been cast.
You mean the house?
Yeah.
He can't
Wait, one more time.
take
So
the magic off.
Who can take
What
the magic
magic?
off?
They're dead.
Oh. Fucking hell. Okay, never mind.
But
No one
I
take the
can
magic
give
off
you,
them.
what's the word? 30 solid seconds. Hint.
Okay, I'll gladly take a hint.
The death guy. He missed part of the message. It was smeared.
Oh. Okay. Juve.
Yeah.
The house says you fucked up on part of the message. It's smeared.
Fuck you say to me, you little shit. He says it at you, and then he turns to like a corner of the house. What the fuck did you say to me, you little shit? I swear to God.
You're little. Not me.
The house is gonna eat you. If you don't
You're
be nice.
also so smushy.
The house is going to crush you if you're not nice.
Oh, I'd like to see it try.
Please don't encourage the house to fall down on itself. I'd like to live like these bodies, but there's a bit of
A
message.
picture comes flying off the wall and beans you right in the head, Juve. Just wham!
Good shot.
Annette laughs and says, I like your friends, Paimon.
Oh, thank you. All right, so
So part of a message we missed due to smears and magic was cast on this house. It cannot tell us who murdered the other mages.
Sounds like a binding of some sort.
Yeah, but it said even Paimon, who's familiar with the magic in this house, couldn't lift it. So
all
unless
right,
it's someone's specialty here.
I think we need to pool all our resources together of each individual here, our group. Well, group now. So please, everyone, come closer to me, about arm's length, everyone. So Mr. Juve, Mrs. Andromeda, Chimera, Angelique, please come closer to me, about arm's length.
Arm's length. Interesting.
Actually, you can, everybody put a hand on me, please.
Are you gonna make us sing Kumbaya?
No.
I like
Single-
it.
Single
When they
single finger
sing.
touches his shoulder.
Thank you. Everybody touch, please, please. And whatever you do, the feeling you will have, do not resist. All right? Do not resist. And I'm casting
That's
Mind
foreboding.
Spell. I'm casting Telepathy. So that is, here we go. 3 successes. So now everybody's linked.
Question.
While
Y'all
he's
hear
doing
the monkeys chattering?
What?
that, and everyone is being nice and quiet except Andromeda, you hear Chimera, but only you. They missed the other dead one. Carry on, Paimon.
So what happened with only Andromeda hears that?
Or only
Yeah, because
Chimera?
that's Paradox Backlash.
Oh, wait.
okay.
No. Chimera hears the house. Andromeda's hearing
Chimera.
monkeys. Apparently,
I'm hearing monkeys. I'm hearing chattering like rhesus monkeys
Yeah.
in the back of my head.
But the thing, you can, like, I'm just thinking about it. I'm not even speaking anymore. You
Mhm.
know, I want you to remove your finger from me. Because
I-
now everybody's telepathically linked. So we
I
don't
push
really-
a little bit harder and then take my finger off and start humming Kumbaya in my head.
Oh, great.
you don't hear or see anything, but you feel an eye roll when you poke him hard, Andromeda.
I will end you.
And Chimera, unless you're hiding the thought, everyone instantly knows there's another dead body somewhere in the house.
I will, on purpose, like project that thought that the house has revealed there's another body.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
shit,
all
where?
instantly feel super annoyed about the distracting voices. You all know there's a dead body missing, and you can all hear the house now. You all are wondering why these amateurs aren't just letting you solve the crime. You're the detective, after all. You're all feeling like, ha, I did such a good job. I'm the best. And you're all also really horny for Annette.
Yeah, there's probably some very PG-13 thoughts. Whoop! Sorry about that.
All right. So,
Project
other
how you
body.
really feel.
Other body. All right. Where is that
Yeah.
other body? Can you ask the house?
Yeah, I can. And Jack will ask the house.
It's in 30 solid seconds. The library.
With the revolver?
Juve
The house
very
actually
slowly.
responds because you're telepathically linked now.
Yeah.
I enjoy that movie.
Juve like pats around for his revolver to make sure it's still there.
I need
Oh,
to
you
show
have a
you.
revolver. Oh.
And a lead pipe.
You want a length of rope too?
All right, Colonel
I-
Mustard, let's
I'll
go.
take the candelabra. Hey, house, remind me to show you Monster House.
Smart
Okay.
House, Disney Channel original movie. Great.
All
So
right.
you make
I
it
guess we don't make
45
the library.
solid seconds towards the library, and the house
Mhm.
reminds you. You didn't specify when.
Later, house. Later.
You feel like you should specify how much later.
Maybe like when there's not murders trying to be solved.
It,
Ah,
okay.
you're never getting that reminder. There's always another murder to be solved. And Juve drags his cigar. Just always another murder.
And then Andromeda just like, beatnik snaps in the back as he says that.
You get into the library, and you find Pietro, who has
No.
been impaled on the horns of an elk next to a stuffed lion. He's been posed holding a sword. There's a lot in this house, and he's been given a blood eagle.
We
And
were
somebody
gone
jammed
for
some
5
and
minutes.
somebody jammed some medieval armor on him, which of course
No.
represents strength.
Our beautiful Ukrainian babies. Oh.
So
That
who's-
thought goes through Andromeda's head.
we all see that.
The fuck?
Who is the third acolyte that's missing?
Before you worry about that, now that you're all connected, you can all roll wits plus. I'm going to cross the streams again. Does investigation exist in this one?
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
what I want.
Yeah.
You can pool your successes.
As we're all literally thinking the same thing.
2.
2 successes.
Oh wait, hold on, wait. Sorry, I need to keep rolling.
2.
I rolled.
I got nothing.
I rolled a 1 and a 2 and a 6.
That's fine. It's not a critical failure.
Oh, okay.
You can only critically fail on a chastise,
Or if you choose to.
or if you choose to, yeah, to give yourself a beat.
Also, I allow
Mm,
critical
yeah.
failures if you get no successes but a 1.
Okay.
But if we got a success, but we also had a 1,
The 1 doesn't do anything. You just get the
doesn't do
success.
anything at that point. Okay, thank you.
That's only the other mage.
I knew there was a thing. But there's a thing.
So, what'd you get, and Angelique?
So
2
I got
successes.
no successes.
Okay.
How badly would it be for the group if I decided to take a beat?
It would make it interesting.
It would make it interesting. You won't fail the group, but you'll fail a vital piece that I won't really reveal.
Okay.
I'll take the beat.
Okay. And what about Juve?
2 successes.
Pooling all of your brain power, you figure out XV, smeared. There is probably more to it. It wouldn't be before it, because there isn't any in the tarot, but there is after it. XVI is the tower. And you all remember when you first entered the property, there's a tower on the property to the west of the manor. The victim wasn't telling you who, it was telling you where.
The tower's bad
Oh, shit.
juju. Well,
All right.
Interesting.
ladies first.
All right, go.
Hey.
What? Sorry, I was distracted.
Tower's bad juju. If the guy's in there, it's probably gonna be pretty not great.
Wait. Before we go, we need to get everybody else in one room. His MO is to pick people off when they split off. We need
Oh,
to get everyone else in one room.
you do so. You manage to get Amory and Bill.
Then Bill.
Amory and
I think it was-
Randolph. I keep just ruining Randolph, poor guy.
Was
Amory
Bill and
and
Roxanne-
Randolph and Carter and Aiden and Annette.
Roxanne died with Bill and the lovers, right?
Roxanne died, Bill died, Vincent died, and Pietro died.
So that leaves Annette, Aiden, Randolph, Carter, and a mysterious acolyte. Who's the other acolyte that's not here?
Um,
Have I seen him or her before? Or them?
it's a new acolyte that just got raised above the level of, it's not called initiate in the Silver Ladder. Neophyte. Just raised from neophyte to acolyte. It was Vincent's apprentice who you had not met.
Suspicious.
Well, actually, everybody knows that I'm thinking about that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Also, the practice of your particular circle of Silver Ladder is until you stop being a neophyte, you don't even get a name, so you don't know what the dude's name was, or if it was a dude. A non-person who exists only to learn and serve until such time as you become acolyte.
All right, so what should be our next move?
So, what Juve does while still in the room with those others, thanks, trust me on this, as he starts going, well, I think we should start going. And then he turns to the acolyte and like grabs onto him and just starts going, admit it, it was you. And he's trying to intimidate him to confess.
Which one? Randolph? Well, him. So Randolph. Okay. The other acolyte's a she. Randolph looks stunned for a second and then legit starts crying. Scared to
Yeah, it
death.
wasn't him.
Good job, Juve. Just made an innocent man cry.
Remains to be seen.
Angelique is gonna try to whisper loud enough so that Juve can hear, but she doesn't really want to hurt Randolph, so she's gonna
Just
try.
telepathy.
You can just think it.
You can
Oh.
think it. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Okay,
can think
yeah.
of it.
Cool. Telepathically, he's not competent enough. Don't tell him I said that. It'll destroy his confidence, what little he has.
As Juve lets this poor boy go, he just thinks,
Yeah, Juve,
Yeah.
you know it's not Randolph. You can read people.
most murderers aren't that bright.
You're also convinced
This
it's not
guy is,
Annette,
though.
which leaves Carter, Amory, and Aiden.
Murray, Carter. All right. So he's currently talking to Randolph, correct? Or he's like trying to intimidate him.
Threatening Randolph.
He was, but then you hear him in his mind tell you it's not Randolph and it's not Annette.
It's not Randolph and it's not Annette. So that leaves
These three, assuming
And
the murderer
Aiden
isn't currently
Carter.
in the tower.
Randolph because you scared him to death just by touching him, and Annette because Annette was literally in the room with Angelique when the other person died.
So, Emery, Aiden, Carter.
Yep.
3 people plus the other acolyte that's not here. All right. Telepathically, I'm like, let's try to focus on Aiden, see what happens. And during that time, what I do now, which I should have done before because I didn't think about it, is everybody's reaction. I'm going to use the secret language, which was my first attainment from my legacy, to see their emotional state, active intent, attitude.
Juve's emotional state is blurry. No, I'm kidding. Indistinct, hard to read. I love it when my camera does that too. So,
take your hand and go like this. It should technically refocus, but it's not.
It's his nimbus.
It is his nimbus. It's a tilt. So Aiden, Aiden only seems to be thinking about the fact that there are now openings above him that he could escalate to. Or they, sorry, Aiden's they. Amory is petrified with terror, doesn't want to die.
Probably not her.
And Carter is checking out Juve. He can call me Daddy. Or can I call him Daddy?
Happy Father's Day.
So from their body language, their attitude, can I determine if any of the remaining people here could be the killer using the secret language attainment?
If anybody here could be what?
The killer.
I imagine you would automatically assume Aiden in that instance, or Carter. Because Amory is legit terrified of dying.
All right, so Emery is going to be removed from that. All right, so Carter or Aiden. Anybody have any suggestions?
Does anybody have what? Okay, what are your spheres again, Paimon?
Space, mind, and life.
You do have life. So yes, your attainment power would tell you one other thing. There's another person in the house.
Aha. I can sense another person in the house that we haven't seen yet.
And as soon as the telepathy kicks in, Andromeda can also sense that, ping of life. And when you look at it, Andromeda, with Mage sight through the wall, or however you want to picture it, that's the prime anomaly, and it rapidly exits the house as soon as you notice.
Out of curiosity, was it anywhere near that tower or just somewhere?
It exited on the side of the house that the tower is, yes.
All right.
And it occurs to you, Paimon, because you say it, well, it doesn't occur to you, but you say it out loud. There's another person in the house, and Carter's like, well, yeah, the cook. You think we were making our own dinner? Nobody ever went in the kitchen, and that was both of your critical failures, was failing to notice that.
But now we know that this anomaly just left the house.
Yeah.
This person saw you read them and realized, jig's up. I'm out. They're heading towards the tower.
Heading towards the tower as well.
There's a thing for this, but keep going.
You take off out of the house and the chase has begun. You can, in fact, see a shadowy figure moving across the well-manicured yard towards the tower. wearing flowing black robes almost like they're floating off the ground, which I'm pretty sure that's an optical illusion created by the robes. Speeds. Who's got the best?
Mine is 9.
Okay.
9.
Okay.
Mine is 9.
Okay.
Also 9.
Okay.
8.
They have a speed of 10, so you are not catching them. They get to the tower and slam the door shut before you can get there,
I have
unless
an
you have a clever idea.
I have a clever idea, I think. Ghosts. There might be a lot of ghosts here. All things considered.
That is a clever idea, but there are actually none.
There are no ghosts. Okay.
However, would you like to activate your full, deep peripheral sense to find that out? Not peripheral sense, but your mage sight to figure that out.
Active mage sight. Turn it on reflexively, yeah.
There are a shitload of, the energy you sense from a soul, like green-black aura, inside the cloak of that person. Soul
So I will
stones.
ask the game master,
10
the
or so
storyteller,
of them.
Can we all take an arcane beat for seeing through Amoro's eyes of
Yes,
Is
it's
Mage
the first
sight?
time. It's the first time all of
Nice.
you, even Juve, technically, has seen a soul stone.
Yay.
I would like to hex the person.
Okay.
That's a cool spell.
Ooh. Do a quick change.
If I were to remove the bodies from the house, would they still be protected by the house?
If you what?
If I were to remove the bodies from the house, would they still be protected by the house?
You have no idea.
All right, so Juve sees the door slam. He's like, okay, we're going to need some reinforcements. And he runs back into the house to get the bodies. Drag them out into the lawn.
Zombie time.
Was somebody else trying something? I don't remember.
I was gonna try and hex
Yes.
the running person.
I assume you're filling out the card?
Yes, but I'm
Okay.
still a little confused on how to do it.
Sure. Go ahead.
Okay, I forget what my rote skill is for this.
Which arcana is it? Fate. That's a dumb question. You should have 3 choices from your order, and possibly 3 from your legacy. Plus, the road itself will recommend at least 2.
Oh, okay.
Intimidation, occult, or socialize.
Yeah,
For this
those are
one,
the 2
yes.
the rote recommends: is intimidation or occult. But you could also use a path or legacy rote if you think it fits better. Intimidation won't do you any good here.
I think occult might work just fine.
Okay, so that means you get those as select occult, and then it's just select the number of dots you have in it. That's how it works.
Okay. All right. I will spend a willpower on this one.
Okay.
I will use the bonus. I do not know if it's resisted.
It is 4 dice, or resistance 4.
Okay.
So it should set the potency to 5.
All right, so I probably have to advanced range.
Yeah, sensory.
Okay, and then advanced casting time.
Yep. And then if you have any reaches left, potency, so that it's a stronger hex. The extra potency would translate into more of a penalty or whatever side effect you're looking for.
I don't. Oh no, I've got 2 reaches.
Okay. You can stop there, but then with just the range and the other one you chose, and then you won't have any paradox.
All right. Well, so my dice pool right now is -2.
Okay, even with the willpower,
Oh,
that should be on the first page, I think.
click on the willpower. I think I clicked on the willpower. Yep,
What about
because the
Yantra?
withstand is so high.
You added the yantras yet?
No.
Okay, yeah. Add 2 yantras. You can use high speech here safely, and then 1 more.
All right. I will use my dice.
So yeah, that'll give you 1 die. 2 -2 plus 3 equals 1. And then if you use your audience reward, that's also 3 dice, which would give you 4.
Okay.
You only need 1 success.
Yep, you only need 1 success out of the 4 dice.
It's still saying it's 0.
Oh yeah, the spell card won't be able to figure this out, but you can just roll 4 dice.
Okay. Clicking over to Astral. Thank you for the help. I'm getting it a little more each time I use this.
Absolutely.
Yay! 2
26.
successes.
Excellent. You get it off. What did was it base potency?
Yes.
Okay. So you apply a -2 dice penalty to which kind of group of actions would you prefer? Offensive, defensive, or other? You choose.
Well, so,
Or something
in the
specific.
rulebook, yeah, it says that I can impose tilts equal to the potency of the hex.
It's a good tilt for that. Let's find out.
So I would like to do either knocked down or leg rack.
So,
And
go ahead.
to make sure that he doesn't walk anymore, you have to apply leg rack once.
Yeah, because that only affects 1 leg. However, your hex is going to go off at the same time that the person makes it into the tower and starts ascending the stairs. So which one do you prefer?
So the potency of my hex was 1. Is that accurate?
The first rank, yes, but it's technically 2. Like, it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
Oh, okay. Well, if I get 2 tilts, then yes, 2 leg racks. That will last for the duration of the hex, which I did not increase that, so it will just be a round.
Okay, so yes, they fall down the stairs.
Yay!
And also,
Seconds
because
long
you were
and-
busy cursing them, they didn't reinforce the door. They just flung it open and ran through. You're feeling pretty good about yourselves until you feel more than you hear, but you also hear a noise in the sky above the tower. Like the sky is tearing, because it is. And a rip forms at the top of the tower that's about 15 feet tall. And like you can just see deep space but red through the hole. And for you, Juve, through telepathy sight, because Paimon and Andromeda are still connected to the person, you can see some of the soul stones drained of power.
Whoa.
Shit.
The person manages to recover themselves and start ascending, but by now you're in the tower, so you're within shouting distance as you continue to chase him, her, them up the stairs. Also, you could take a flying leap if you wanted, if somebody's feeling brave.
I am?
All right, strength plus dex. Wow, strength plus athletics.
Couldn't
Do it, Angelique.
be.
Flying tackle.
Yep.
be.
Adobe is it's misbehaving.
I could.
All right. Athletics, I have none. Dex, I don't suck at. Wait, strength or dex?
Strength.
Okay. Oh. Yeah.
I'll let you do Dex, but that's going to be a knockdown instead of a hold them in place.
Okay, because now I'm not rolling a chance die.
Okay.
One success.
That's enough to trip them up. The voice that comes out is female, and it's laughter and says, "It doesn't matter, it's too late." And you're like face to face with the person now, so you can actually see into the cowl. Whatever magic was powering the shadowy effect is fading because the soul stones are being drained by the tear. And you can see that her eyes are like spice blue from Dune and that faintly glowing. And there's blue energy leaking through the veins into the head from the eyes. I have opened the gate for him. So many more are opening, you can't stop them all.
What the hell's happening?
Who?
Do I recognize the person?
I don't think you would know.
All right.
Opening for who?
Somebody else
Not
might have,
for-
but not you, because this is a new cook to you or a new caterer, who knows.
So
But it doesn't mean it's new to everyone in the house. Like, you don't just let staff into your house. People are vetted. Usually it's somebody that somebody knows because there's a level of trust necessary. Because you're a magical order. And even, like, staff are usually either legacies. What's that called in this one, Alan? Legacy families that aren't actually magical. They're more like sorcerers.
Proximies?
Yeah, they're either proximity family or they're about to be accepted as neophytes.
All right. So now there's a portal.
Can we
Yes.
identify where the portal goes? Like, is that a primey thing? I asked, not knowing.
So before we get to that, Andromeda actually said who, and the
Yeah.
lady yells, "The gate, Yog-Sothoth, opener of the way," and then drives the blade that she was holding into her throat and rips it open,
Oh no!
splattering Angelique with blood, hot and sticky.
What? Okay.
Paimon, Andromeda, and Juve would immediately recognize, and possibly even Chimera will say yes, because why not? The gate is an exarch.
Oh, okay. So it is Seer.
This person doesn't. You don't think this person's a seer? The seers don't call the exarch of the gate Yog-Sothoth.
Yeah.
This is something worse than the seers. This is a Celesti, and apparently
Oh,
a
great.
network of them tearing open holes to reality.
That's bad for me. I would know this, and that's bad, right? Yeah.
So since we're all connected,
Yeah.
I'm sending out like this thought of everybody at the same time take a look at the gate and activate their mage sites to identify if the gate is actually tied to any. It's probably not, but just like to see what the gate is made of. Is it like prime space? Is it a mix of different arcane?
So we
Or
can just identify. Yeah.
not an arcane.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can all activate Piercing Mage Sight, which is going to give you all a tilt when we begin the next session because you're looking into the abyss.
Yay.
However, you all get an arcane beat too for looking into the abyss.
Yay. We think. Okay.
So, only Alan probably knows this, and maybe some of the audience, but the Exarchs were superpower. At least the assumption is, the mythology is, they were extremely powerful magi from an ancient time, in an era before the Common Era, like possibly pre-Sumerian. That became so powerful they ascended to essentially ultra godhood, and decided everything is chaos. All of creation is chaos, and we must establish order. So we're going to ascend to Godhead and impose our will on reality, which created the lie of the world that all of the humans are trapped in, that you can sort of kind of break through with your magic. They're the arch enemy. They keep humans enslaved in the illusion that the world is only what you see, hear, feel, and touch and smell, to maintain order. When the Exarchs ascended the celestial ladder to lay claim to the supernal realm, they realized it was impossible to control infinite possibilities, even with high speech. And the gate, one of the Exarchs, answered that dilemma, becoming the iron seal of the abyss. Paimon knows this well.
Would those in the Mysterium also know of
You
this?
know this legend, yes.
Yes, okay.
Whether he or she created it or just named it, this Exarch ensured that all of the other Exarchs would have sovereignty over the world by controlling the chaos of reality by being the gate. However, to keep the abyss from consuming everything outright, he, she, or it was forced to seal itself within the void. So even the Seers of the Throne warn against worshipping the gate as an Exarch because of what it is infected with and what it prevents. There is a specific order you might have heard of, Paimon, that deals with them, but they're outcast even among Seers of the Throne. This, by the way, for Key and Rachel and Meredith, is what I am. I'm a guardian of the gate in the Friday game.
Okay.
So, anyone who's trying to connect to the gate by tearing open holes in reality is trying to invite the thing into this world that prevents the abyss from destroying all of reality. And who knows, after a million aeons, how sane this thing is anymore.
The silly Andromeda will have one of those silly questions, like when you're faced with cosmic terror and just kind of staring up at like, wow, okay. Just kind of in that telepathic loop going, so how do we close it?
So what you see when you look in the rip
Yeah.
is you see a seal superimposed on space, like a seal as in a design, made out of rusted iron. And when you look into the seal, you can see what it's holding back because it's also inside of the seal. And it's utter madness. If you could look at every infinite possibility that could ever happen happening simultaneously, that's what you're seeing with mortal eyes. Hence the tilt. Also, you can all feel the abyss leaking into your imagos, and that's real bad. That's how you become corrupted and fall. As far as what you see, space, prime, time, and spirit. And then the cultist, for lack of a better term, bleeds out, but the gate doesn't collapse, because all the cultist did was complete the ritual and sacrifice the necessary soul stones. And the gate begins to tear wider and taller. And that's where we pause until next week.
Paimon telepathically sends an image of TPK to everyone.
Worldwide TPK.
Does the tilt have a name?
Yeah, how tilted are we?
I'm going to pick that before next week because I don't know which one yet. I might be individual for each of you as your characters fit.
Great.
That is correct, Tony.
I enjoy individualized tilts.
Did not see your side messages ever, but yes, the first one, you can definitely do that. Might still help, who knows?
We'll see.
We'll see. Well, dear viewers, we've given into our pride and exceeded our reach, and thus must end this tale for the week before the paradox, and apparently the Yogg Sothoth, consumes them all. We'll return next week to drag the secrets of the Supernal into the light, and they can take the power for their own. We thank you for daring to follow us into the dark as we chased our obsessions, and hope you'll join us again next time. If you'd be so kind as to click follow on Twitch as well as subscribe on YouTube, we'd be in your debt. Special thanks tonight to our patrons and Twitch subscribers. You help make our quality better. our cosplay sharper and help us feed all of our pets. There's a wide variety. Many thanks also to Astral Tabletop for our virtual gaming space, at 8-Bit for our Astral character sheets, Ghost Stories Incorporated, Me, You, and Darren Curtis Music for tunes and music. Awakened Seekers, please tell the viewers who you are and in what supernal realms they can find you between now and next week.
Hello, my name is Rachel. I am Stolen Fires pretty much everywhere on the internet, including here on Twitch, where I stream Mass Effect pretty much every evening. As to where else you can find me, tomorrow you can find me Plastic Age Place playing D&D in Ravenloft. Thursday I'm over at Onyx Path running a Changeling the Dreaming game. And then I'm back here on Friday for a really fun double header of Contagion Chronicle, if you want more Chronicles of Darkness. And then Ravenloft again in the evening. And then capping that all off, I will be running a V20 sub-bot game here Sunday at 9 o'clock Eastern. It's a lot of fun.
Also, now that we're actually approaching July, I think it's time to start mentioning, for you Call of Cthulhu fans, starting in September, Rachel is going to run the entirety of Horror on the Orient Express for us. Beginning to end with no breaks.
Excited.
How's
And it
the train
means
going to stop?
breaks. Tyler says no breaks, and that means yeah, we're gonna just play for 36 hours straight.
Exactly.
It's just it's a playlist. It only elevates. It only goes up.
No sleep till... Where does the Orient Express end?
What was it? No sleep till Bohemia.
Damn it. Hey, everybody. I have enjoyed playing today for you. I totally forgot what I was supposed to be saying. Sorry for that obvious short circuit there. You can find me on Purple Tales tonight because I don't know when to quit. Playing the finale of Exalted Essence as Athanasios. Should be fun. And you can find me again on Wednesday evening playing Fallout as Apple. And yeah, you can check out my Etsy shop, Neat and Co Designs.
Yeah, I've been Detective Juve. I'm also Kisama. You can find me on Twitter at TrueKisama. You can find me on Thursday night, right here in Alien Acid and Ice, on Friday in the afternoon for some Contagion Chronicle, and behind a Denny's near you.
Hello there. I am Oh Hello Mare. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at that handle, Oh Hello Mare. The next time you can find me is eventually I'm going to do a weeknight stream and actually finish Call of Cthulhu on my channel. But the next time you will see me on Vorpal Tales will be Friday afternoon in the Contagion Chronicle and here. Yeah. Been Andromeda.
If I could find the mute
Is it
button.
my turn?
Yes.
Oh, go. Whoa. All right, everybody. My name is Alan, and you can find me on the internet as the Eldritch Keeper. Today, I've played Ezra, whose shadow name is Paimon. Really, really fun character. Now, you can find me next. Now, if you're looking for your daily dose of Blood Yak, you can find me tomorrow for Fallout. If Blood Yak is not your poison of choice, but corruption is, you can find me Saturday for Simbarum. And if none of these work and your self-mutilation tickles your fancy, you can find me on Sunday for Unknown Armies.
Love it.
Are you okay with her?
How you doing?
And I am Tyler, Eldritch Echoes Online. You'll catch me next on the show on Thursday running Acid and Ice. And probably behind the Denny's lurking near you. He hasn't noticed yet, though. And now for our Ride or Die viewers, it's vote time. Viewers can vote for any one player each session. The votes from you viewers counts as 3 bonus die to any roll. And players, your votes are worth an arcane and a standard beat each. Begin.
Oh God. Fuck, I'm first. I'm gonna vote for Paimon because I'm pretty sure bringing us Chucklefucks into your chantry is going to have consequences for you later on. Sorry about that.
It's fine.
Chantry can't punish him if they're all dead.
It's
Don't
true.
kill her that I like her.
She's not dead yet.
Yay.
I have to give the honorable mention to Mare for that amazing singing and wanting to touch the dead body, but we wouldn't have known much at all, I don't think, in my opinion, if it wasn't for Detective Juve.
It would have been easier if the house just agreed with me. My vote this evening? Morning? Whatever. Today shall be going to Paimon.
Oh, that's me. All right. Hi. Okay. I have a bad thought. It's not a good thought, guys. It's really a bad thought. I'm gonna regret this. I actually would like to give the vote to our GM. This is a bad idea. I want to give the vote to the GM for turning the house into Treebeard. That's literally absolutely that made my night. Treebeard house. This is a bad idea, but I'm gonna give it to you. Okay. So
What have you done?
I know. Listen, I've got chattering monkeys in my head. What else? What could possibly happen, guys?
As for me, it's really hard because everybody had like cool moments. But for me, I think the vote has to go to Key for reenacting Columbo. That's just great.
I was literally waiting for, wait, one more thing. You never did it.
Everybody deserves a vote, though. That was an awesome game.
And yes, after the after the show ends, I'm more merciful. So I will take Meredith's award and give you all an arcane beat for it.
Yay.
Also, 2 regular beats as normal.
Regular.
So mark those down. And for the audience, with that, we must leave you now so all this paradox can be released until next week. However, don't go anywhere, because in like 45 minutes, you're going to get to watch Exalted Essence finale. It's pretty awesome and badass. So we'll see you all there. For now, good night.